including kids with disabilities.
I've just got one more question for you. My daughter currently goes to daycare, and it wasn't that long ago when kids with disabilities couldn't even go to daycare. So to allow them to go, they set up the Inclusion Support Agency, which provides daycare centres with resources to ensure that children are included. And that's delivered through extra help in the room during meal times, or equipment, or training for the staff, just having someone to talk to. Why can't the education system do something similar? I mean, how can a daycare centre that runs on a profit basis, how can they do it and then our education department can't? Sorry, that was a statement, sorry.
Hello, I think that in a perfect world, what you are alluding to would be great. I taught in mainstream, I've taught as a resource teacher, and for quite some time now I've taught in special school. My question to you is this. This year we have grown by 25%. Next year we are growing by another 20%. That's our numbers, projected numbers. Now, if inclusion has been around for quite some time, and there is other research to say that it doesn't work, I can't quote that to you today, there are parts of inclusion that I totally agree with you, but the idea of choice for parents, I think is very important to parents, especially of those very, very extreme behaviours of some types of disabilities, because I think that parents find it very difficult when students go to high school that they are going to be, the gap widens dramatically. There should be choice, but why is it, if inclusion has been around so long, why are special schools growing so quickly?
Just first on the research, if you do know any research, I'd love to know it, because I've been looking for something like 15 years now, in terms of comparisons of one to the other, and we can't find a study that actually says it. There certainly are studies that show that some kids can, like be bullied and so forth like that. But in terms of comparison, there's no studies that know. In terms of the broader issue, I mean, I just think that's one of these things that we're actually going through. It's very new. I mean, we're only talking the law change in 1992, and basically inclusion's only been really moving in Australia about the last 5 years. So it's very, very new. I mean, that's the reality. Now, to expect the education system to come up to speed in 5 years, I don't think is a reasonable expectation. It is going to take longer, but what we're already seeing around the country is some amazing examples of inclusion. And as I mentioned before, we're now talking about people with an intellectual impairment going to university. And we're actually starting to work on that. That's been happening in Canada for around about 20 years now. So if we can do it at university, you're talking about gaps, and that's going to be one monumental gap. That's not the issue. The issue is how do you actually build the child into the curriculum of the regular classroom, not expecting the child to keep up. How many children don't keep up at the moment? National data indicates around about 30% of the children are not keeping up with the regular curriculum. So in terms of some belief that all children keep up, it's a nonsense. They don't.
But what about, for example, like I'm a class teacher, and my boss says to me, okay, you're going to have 7 special needs kids. No prior meeting, no warning, no anything. And the first time I get a teacher aide, but she's there to help fill vacancies, not the rest of the class. And then say this year, we're muddling our way through it, and now I have a special needs teacher aide myself, and the 8 kids or whatever, plus the rest of the 25% refugees and all the other behavioural things as well. And we're just starting to meld that together. But me, personally, I can't get PD because that costs money. And my boss isn't going to pay TRS for me to go off on PD. Same as he's not going to pay money for somebody to come in because we still have to go class one. So it all comes back in the real world where I am at the moment to funds.
I mean, one of the things that we need, there's something wrong there. fundamentally, in terms of normal ratios of people with disabilities, about 0.6% of children with autism spectrum disorder, around about 0.7% of children with an intellectual impairment. Then you add the kids with physical disabilities, sensory disabilities. You're talking about around about 2% of children in the school. So in other words, you should every 2 years have one child with a disability in your classroom. If you've got 7 in one class, something bad is happening there. That is not an even distribution.
Yeah, but no, we're in the SCP unit, and then now they're in the SCP unit, and then that maybe the classroom, because inclusion for new work, we're all inclusive, but they put them all in one class.
Well, that's a mistake.
There's not enough people.
And the point there was they're putting all the children in one class. What a dumb idea.
Yeah, but I can't go and say, well, you know, you have no idea.
But that's not an argument against inclusion. That's against an argument against a dumb policy of the school.
But then how do I, as a class teacher, go about doing my job?
With great difficulty, I suspect. Yeah.
Sorry, on that point, sorry, Professor Carrington, you were saying before, you know, the up-and-coming teachers and all that, they're all being taught with inclusive ways, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
But what about like Bev and all the other teachers that have been in the system for whatever, some of them
We have
maybe
got
used, or some may have been
Yeah.
for a long time. They've got great teaching skills, wonderful teacher, but she and other people too that are already through need a lot more PD in inclusion, because when they're thrown, I shouldn't say thrown into the deep end, it's not the right word, but when they are having to include, and like Bev said, with us it's not just our ACP guys, we have a lot of ESL and lots of people at our schools. So you're having to include lots of different diverse people, and they don't have the skills to just do it on their own without the extra help.
Yeah, and you know, I'm listening to you. I know that that's reality. You know, and we need to listen to this teacher and this teacher aide, because this is the reality for many teachers. It is incredibly hard. I hear you. You have the will. You're here. It's amazing. We have a teaching and a teacher aide here together. So you obviously have the will. You want to learn. We need a system. We need a school. You've obviously got that personal, professional responsibility because you're here. You want to learn. But we need to have that whole school support and that system support. Now, I'm not sure what system you are in, and we don't really need to know that. But you know, there are people that you can access that won't cost you money. You know, you should be able to access in your district advisory visiting teachers, disability services support units, statewide support centre, full of amazing people who have the most amazing skills. Get on the phone. You know, they run, you know, PD opportunities. There's often visiting people that will come and work with you. They used to even come to Cairns when I was in Cairns. So, you know, there are people there. I just feel that you shouldn't be thinking that it's all on your shoulders, because I can see that you're trying really hard. But, you know, it needs to be a system, a school support, you know, bring in your family groups. You know, you really need to be drawing on the resources, and it shouldn't all be resting on your shoulders. But, I think we really need to acknowledge the story that's coming from over here, that it is really challenging. You know, it really is. For those people who've been there, it is incredibly hard. So, you know, I really thank you for sharing that.